Is being fat a choice? Fit women versus fat women.
If you see me, you consider me obese?
I wouldn't say that you're obese, but it's
Hold on.
medically.
Let's run it back. Yes, you're obese.
If you see me,
what kind of question is that?
obese?
I wouldn't say that you're obese, but it's like medically,
So,
you know.
So like for example.
you're medically obese though?
No,
Yes.
I've been medically obese since I was like 12 and I was not obese.
Oh my God. What are these builds? What are these builds? I know they like they fat women, but like, hold on, she kind of. Not the face though. Like, what's these builds? Like, this is a specific type of fat. Like, they got the same build. Shit, hurt. Yeah, that's. Shout out to them. No, they look confident and cute.
Welcome back to Middle Ground. I'm John. I host Radical.
We're not watching Violet Myers, you horny nigga. We're not watching Violet Myers, nigga.
The podcast, and I'll be moderating today's discussion between fit women and fat.
Yeah, you can cut that out.
Is your physique is in your control. Will the agreeers please step forward?
Agree? We all agree on that, don't we? Physique is in your control. Agree?
When you mean physique, can you specify like what exactly are you trying to?
I think physique is like.
What do you mean specify physique, nigga? What do you mean specify? What the
Like the shape and size of your body. Why were you hesitating?
Because, you know, there's a lot of different illnesses around. So I have family members that have like thyroids and they can't gain weight or they can't lose weight. But
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Barring any health conditions. Like, what do you, bro?
I think that they can manage to stay at a place that's gonna be healthy for them. To me, personally, I do feel like I can be at a
Niggas
place.
arguing.
I'm working on it.
If we didn't
and
have control over
that's my
our
goal.
physiques, life would be horrible.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I agree with you 100%. I think that definitely people have ailments, there's different diseases and all that, but I think at the end of the day, what you can do, the best physical peak for your personal body is in your hands. You may not look like someone you want to look like, your ideal situation, but you can optimize your body to be the highest performance that you think that you can get to.
When I first started working out, I lost 60 pounds, and that included just counting calories. I didn't have to work out as hard. I did the treadmill. I went at an incline, and I just walked the whole time, watching a movie and just
Yo,
walked.
her
made
like
healthier choices.
her like situation right here is really fucking me up, bro. That's like some frog shit. Like you know how the frogs had it. No hate to her though.
And I've been mindful about.
I'm just saying.
Like
my
you
bad.
put in that
I'm just saying
effort,
what I'm saying.
right?
My
You make
fault.
those
My fault.
conscious decisions to walk on the treadmill, count your calories. You were super exact with everything, and that's how both of you guys were able to lose so much weight, right? So your physique is 100% in your control. It's just that nobody wants to put the effort in.
Facts.
Just so we can
She's
invite the
spitting.
disagreeers, that's a great point to bring in our disagreeers.
Why are the fit women
Whoever wants
disagreeing
to
though?
Pick up where we just left off.
No cap though. Some people do have proclivities. Like, you know, being big might run in your family, but you don't have to be big, my nigga. You can literally. It might be harder for some people. Some people gain weight easier. Like me, I got a fucking fucking mega fast flash metabolism. It would be impossible for me to sit on the couch and just eat and still gain weight.
Oh, well, of course, there are aspects that I think you can control about your physique. I think there are more things that are out of your control. Like it is so much more expensive to eat healthy
Facts.
than it is to eat like crap. If I go to the grocery
That
store,
don't got nothing to do with physique. So she essentially blaming herself being fat on her inability to eat healthy food. It ain't that motherfucking expensive.
and I just want to buy a bunch of frozen meals, that's going to be so much cheaper than me going and buying fresh produce and fresh fruit.
Frozen meals don't get you that big. Frozen meals come in small portions, my nigga. Them bitches don't get you that big.
Prepackaged foods, the frozen ones, way more expensive. I've been on a budget, you know, eternally. I always save money by just going to the grocery store and buying ingredients.
I agree with you on that.
These niggas still in the chat arguing.
Sometimes for $1.50, $2. Or if I want to cook a whole meal, like depending on what all the ingredients I'm getting, that could be $10.
So you'll get more.
Yes, but still, you have to think from people who have like no money and they're thinking like, oh, I can get.
I've had no money. I've had $12 for a week's amount of food.
I hear both. I think that you definitely, in the short-term mindset, it is cheaper. You
Yeah.
go to a fast food restaurant, they have like a $1 menu. I think they've
Yeah.
even increased the $1 menu now. So, which is
$2
crazy.
menu.
It's like a $2 menu. So that's valid, I think, but I think it's killing us in the long term. Like, it's like that short
Clean record.
dopamine effect, the dopamine where you're like, oh, I just need something right now. I think that's the issue.
I also did want to, just touch on, other than like food costs, like there's also privilege when it comes to like having time to cook stuff.
Definitely,
Like if you work a
100%,
full-time job, if you have kids and stuff, a lot of the time it's just easier. You don't have the time and energy. Like
That don't, nigga, that has nothing to do with what the fuck we talking about. Your physique is in your control, nigga. If you worked out, you would be slimmer. That all this shit she talking about, she just making excuses for why she's still big.
I enjoy cooking, but it's a lot of work sometimes. And it's much easier for me to just like go through the drive-through. And then also privilege when it comes to like your mental
It's
health.
called being lazy.
When you are depressed, when you're struggling to even like get through the day, it can be really hard to have that motivation to eat well, to move your body and stuff. So for
That
some
has
people are
nothing
like,
to
"Oh,
do
why aren't
with
you
the
working out?" Like,
ability
dude, I
to
can
change
barely
your
get out of
physique
bed.
by working out.
So like, please stop.
That has everything to do with you lacking motivation and being lazy.
I have PCOS, and I just recently got diagnosed with it. So with PCOS, it's so much more difficult for me to lose the weight and control what I want my physique to look like.
They
just
using
so much
excuses and
harder.
fucking
It's not
illnesses.
Impossible, but it is.
We can fix it. We
It's
can,
something
and we
that
can
can
fix
be
it.
fixed.
PCOS, we can fix
Sorry
it. So.
to cut y'all off, but Bree, I just wanted to hear from you.
The question, like, your body is in your control, I just think it is not 100% in your control. To say it's like black and white, you can change it or you can't, is just crazy. It's just so nuanced. I really like appreciated you bringing up the food access that you have, the knowledge access, your socioeconomic status. I go to the gym, I sit there, and I'm like, if only everyone had access and the free time to do this. I'm sure so many other people
She
would
do
love
not
to
think
do
like that. She bullshitting.
But people
She
are
just talking
struggling.
shit.
They need to pay their rent. They can't just allot that time. They need to prioritize. And I think that's ultimately what is really sad. Everyone would love to take care of themselves.
Disagree.
You can
I'm
work
sorry,
out
I
at the
disagree.
crib,
Like,
bro.
There's some of us who
I'm
are
with
on the
Alyssa.
side that don't have that privileges. I wake up at 4 a.m., have a full-time job.
Snaps to you.
I get it done. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I want to be the highest version of myself, the most evolved version, and she has to show up.
But your life allows it.
No,
Your
I make my
lifestyle-
life
No,
allow it.
exactly.
I
You
surround
do,
myself
but
with
other
that.
people don't have the possibilities that you
They
have.
do. They just
Not everyone, no.
And I also
No.
think there's
You
some
I'm not trying to be mean, but these big bitches is making excuses, bro. You're making excuses, bro. You're making excuses. You can work a full-time job, have kids, and still go to the fucking gym. You can. You can work out at home and do some sit-ups and some push-ups. It's not that hard. That take 15, 20 minutes.
Need to be from
Just gotta put
different
the effort
places.
in. That's it.
but I also think too, like let's say for example, you're a teenager and you're like 500
These niggas
pounds.
beefing.
The work that you need
They
to
beefing in
do
the
to
chat.
remedy that is ungod. Like that's really challenging. That's a
I
hard
agree.
thing to do for
I
anybody.
agree.
As opposed to like me, I was really skinny and then I decided, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym. I put on my weight. The results are showing. It looks like I'm working super hard. I make these choices, like go girl.
Right.
But the
that
question
not
is
same
the
accessibility that
your
someone can make that
physique is
change
in
for
your
themselves
control.
different circumstances.
I
The
agree.
question
Not
is
only
if
have
the
that,
physique is in
hard.
your control, not if it's fucking hard or not. If you went to the gym, nigga, you could be slimmer. If you eat too much fucking food, you're gonna be fat. It's that
For
simple.
both, but it can be done, is my point.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Exactly.
say that it's
only
as hard
point.
for me as someone who's overweight trying to lose that weight. In my opinion.
But do you believe that it can be done?
I believe it can be done. I believe it can
Okay,
be done. But I
that's the
think
question.
empathy and compassion for the different circumstances that may stop someone from doing that is necessary. To see like, oh, get off your ass and like do all this.
No one said
which you're
that.
not saying, but I'm saying some people, commenters,
Myron's
might be
not in
saying
this
that.
episode.
Myra was the word.
There is a spectrum for your body.
The spectrum.
Our height isn't under our control, our fat distribution, our bone density, our muscle density, our metabolism.
Yes,
These are all things that make up who we are. But in that spectrum of health, absolutely we can change who we are
Yes.
with,
Facts.
with what we got.
Facts.
Right?
And then we'll stop right there and move on to the next one. body positivity can promote unhealthy habits. Will the agreeers please step forward?
I think blind body positivity can be harmful if it's just like always like don't ever
Body
consider
positivity
any
can
possibility
promote
that you could change
unhealthy
something or improve
habits.
your quality of life. Just blindly accept yourself. I think that's where
It
can get
depends
kinda
on how you
toxic.
doing it.
I don't look like how I looked when I was 20. So body positivity is encouraging yourself to accept you're gonna transform eventually. When you're 40, when you're 50, you're gonna
Yeah,
get
nigga, that
wrinkles,
don't
you
mean
know,
you're gonna get
all these
fat,
things.
though.
So yeah, definitely body positivity should have taken another route instead of just saying it's for bigger people, because it's not. It's for all the variety of people that need to
Facts.
accept you're changing.
Yeah, I think the pendulum has switched to the furthest extreme.
Look
I
at
think
her in the
body
back. White
positivity
dress don't agree
created
again.
because
What's she
there
finna
wasn't
come
a
up here and
space
make
for
excuses
people
for?
who
What's she finna
could
say?
have acceptance in bigger bodies, and I think it's just gone to the furthest extreme now. And
Like,
Bro, why are y'all niggas beefing? What are y'all doing? Yo, what are y'all doing?
women come in all shapes and sizes, right? And every woman is beautiful. And I think that you should really be confident in your body and the way that you look, you know, wake up
Oh my
feeling your
God.
best. But I feel like especially on social media and in society today, this body positivity movement, I've
she
seen,
tatted
like,
up. I
multiple
like her.
times where there's like obese women promoting body positivity. And it's like, I wouldn't want like my
What's
kid.
obese for you?
Like an
Overweight.
unhealthy
No,
lifestyle.
No,
like
but like, what do you
overweight.
mean
What's
obese?
obese for you?
Obese, like
Like for
medically
me,
obese.
if you see me, you
What's her
consider me
range?
obese?
I wouldn't say that you're obese, but
Okay.
it's like medically,
So,
you know.
so like for
So
example,
you're medically obese, though?
no,
Yes.
I've been medically obese since I was like 12, and I was not obese.
Well, does anybody here?
So I
would anybody
You've been medically obese since you were 12, but you're not obese. You've been medically obese since you was 12, and now you're now. What the fuck, bro? How?
here explain what they mean by medically obese? Just-
Exactly.
Like,
Boring?
at
What
this
you
aspect
mean, bro?
of
They
it-
arguing about if being fat is a choice or not. This shit is very engaging.
doctor's office and you get weighed on a scale and they'll tell you, oh, you're a little bit overweight, or they'll say you're morbidly obese, you're
Because of your
whatever
height,
these things. So like,
everything.
like if you look at me, you would be like, oh, she's a little plus size, but I am technically considered obese.
So
Me, you would be like, oh, she's a little plus size.
She talking about she's a little bit plus size. You have no fat shaming, but you got your breasts, then you gotta roll here, and then you gotta roll here. And you gotta pull your jeans up over the last roll. You are obese. She's big as shit. No hate, but nigga, you're big as shit. I just don't like how these niggas be trying to dodge the fat shit. You're fat. She's obese, my nigga. Why is she trying to dodge it? She talking about, you look at her, you might say, oh, she's a little obese. No, you're big. I mean, little plus size. No. Plus size, no. I don't know.
I am technically considered obese.
So
by my doctors.
And I was
By your
obese
doctors.
at, I think it's
Let me get the side profile one more time.
Considered obese.
so
By my doctors.
She gonna sit here and say she not obese? Nigga, she's the same size as Rod Wave. Rod Wave is obese. It's okay, my nigga.
and I was obese at, I think it's 30 BMI. Now the BMI we've have come to learn that it's a little bit tricky now.
Right.
Yeah, body mass index, that's some
Right.
bullshit.
But that's what it's based off.
But
Right.
so correct. But
mass
now that when I was a size
I'm not gonna
14,
lie,
I was
bro.
considered obese.
If you 5'5" over
It's
200, you
think
are
that
fat as
person-
shit.
and this is
I'm not
you
gonna
know,
lie.
Calling absolutely anybody obese, but I think the
You're
person
fat
that-
as shit
that
if you're
becomes obese
5'5",
will not
200.
be able to go on walks. They will lose their breath. For me, because I am a person that I'm big, but I'm like I said, I'm still able to go on hikes and I won't lose my breath. I can go.
That
on
don't
runs,
mean
I
you're
can
not
exercise.
obese, nigga.
So
if for the
you're-
doctors I'm obese because of the
Yes.
size and the stuff that
Yes.
I am. For the
Uh-huh.
doctors,
Yes.
for me, it is not the way that it works because an obese person, I've had friends who are skinnier than me. We go on walks and they're losing their breath.
So
Stamina
obese
is not the
just
fucking same as being obese.
Of how physical you can be. For
Exactly.
you, it's not a physical manifestation
Exactly.
of the body.
What the doctor,
Exactly.
when that doctor says that bad word, it's
Bad
he's
word.
looking on a chart
Bad
versus
word.
saying You
How many
can't-
people have
but he's
been
saying-
bad
But listen,
diagnosed?
he's not saying you're ill and you can't walk up that hill.
I've
you,
had
you
doctors
go,
say that to
you
me.
go, I
That's
have
the
that.
thing. I've
that's,
had doctors
I'm
say that
obese
to
and I
me.
can still walk
So-
up that hill. And that's what's fabulous about it, right? It does.
Being obese does not mean you're not physically able, nigga. It means that you're over fucking weight. It means that you weigh more than you fucking should. Like what I'm not understanding what they're not understanding. They're not answering the question. Bitch. They're not nigga. Being obese does not mean you're not physically able. I know a hella fat niggas that used to hoop with me and they was fucking moving, but they was still fat.
Doesn't automatically mean you're ill. But
If you go
also,
to the gym, you know what I'm
down the
saying.
road,
Some fat niggas
absolutely
can
it's gonna
move.
Mean you're ill. You're lucky with your genetics currently. Down the road, it's not going to be the same
But
story.
this is the thing, you think they're genetics, but since I was really young, I'm active. I'm an active woman.
I never said you're not
No,
active.
no, I know, but I'm just responding to what you're
Okay.
saying. I know you're not saying that I'm not active. I'm responding to what you're saying about the doctors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I have had doctors tell me that.
Tell you what?
That I'm obese and that I
Yes.
cannot
You are.
exercise, that why am I not exercising, why am I not doing the effort. There's doctors that have bad diagnosed me for things that I've never had. And I've gotten medicated for things that I've never had. So it's like,
Right. Well,
it's
that's-
everybody, it's different.
They're killing us too. So.
Just we went down a tangent
Yeah.
from it. I want to.
Oh my God, you
Exactly.
We're talking about we're talking about body positivity, whether
Yes.
we think it promotes
Body
unhealthy habits.
positivity
We're gonna
can
bring in our
promote.
disagreeer.
Like, yeah. Let's see what she finna say.
Yeah.
Cause she
So
said
I
some
didn't
bullshit
support
last
it
time.
Because I really hate the toxicity that has come from people being like, oh, body positivity promotes obesity and blah, blah, blah. I hate that so much. I think there is like the minutest people who are doing that. The vast, vast majority, I do not think promote obesity. Body positivity to me is just loving your body, accepting your body how it is, and not
Exactly.
hating yourself. Like you
Right.
shouldn't have to wake up every day because you're 400 pounds.
That's
and
true.
hate yourself.
That's true, but that's not the question. The question is if body positivity can promote unhealthy habits, nigga. We didn't ask what the fuck you felt like it can do. It's a yes or no question.
Like, you know, I don't think anybody should be hating themselves. So that to me is what body positivity is about. And it's also about
It can't promote
equality
unhealthy habits,
in
nigga.
how people are
Lizzo
treated.
literally
For example,
exists. Niggas was
Lizzo
calling
gets
her
called
fat
out
and
so
getting
much.
canceled for it.
I'm like, oh my God, she's out there with her ass.
Lizzo
and
was
stuff,
big
like,
as shit.
Ugh, it's so disgusting. But Chapel Roan, who, God, I love Chapel Roan, was at Gumball and came out as Statue of Liberty and had her ass out. Did not see a single person online saying, oh, so why she have her ass out? You know, it's like, it's a double standard.
Who?
People inherently hate fat
It's not
bodies
a-
and don't think
Bro,
they should be
people
seen in
don't
society.
hate fat
actually
bodies.
disagree
People
with that
just
because
it's
I do
not
see people
it's
hating
not
on Chappell
attractive.
Rowan
You're
for
not supposed
the
to
way
be
that
that
she
big.
looks and her outfits, and there's going to be hate on both
Oh,
sides.
of course, there's going
That
to be
is going
hate, but
to
I
be there.
meant like the volume of hate that Lizzo gets compared to Chapel Roan. Like I would say, like it's much.
Cause bro, first of all, Lizzo was courtside at an NBA game with both of her ass cheeks out. Nobody's trying to see a fat woman with her ass cheeks out. Let's just keep it a buck. Nobody's trying to see that shit. I'm not trying to see that shit. I know hella niggas not trying to see that shit. The whole world is really not trying to see that shit.
Smaller. Like I just can't. You constantly hear about.
I don't even know why she wore that
Lizzo,
shit
and,
out.
You know.
I have a question. I have a question
Yeah.
with Lizzo. Okay,
Always
one of
comes
the
back to Lizzo.
one of the few. Okay.
She's lost weight too.
I know.
She's lost a lot of weight right now.
One of the
She
few
have.
times
Shout out
I
to
saw
her.
her streaming, she had this gorgeous cake was gifted to her. Enormous. Went in with it with a fork and was eating
More cushion for the
constantly
pushing.
and talking to the
Nah,
camera
you
while she
tripping.
was streaming. The volume of the cake that she ate, I just went, oh my God, how many people are watching this? This is absolutely, I just, it was a horrible representation. I hated every moment of it. What do you have to say about that?
Well, my question would be, if there was a thin person doing that, would you have had that same
Yes.
reaction?
Yeah.
Okay, then I think it's more about, like, she's not promoting obesity by eating cake on camera. She's just, you know, eating cake
But
on
if
camera.
she's a representation of body positivity and
Right.
she's behaving this way, is
Right.
that promoting
Have
a
you
negative
noticed
light?
that she just
She
posted
on
a
they
video
ass.
that she lost weight? Like
No,
that
no,
was,
absolutely
oh,
don't.
yeah.
I
She just
absolutely
posted a
not.
video
I
and she
absolutely
lost
did not.
weight. You can see the
Because
difference.
I don't want her in my algorithm.
So it was just probably that one day that you saw her doing that, but that doesn't identify her as a whole person.
Yeah,
It did for a minute though. For like 2 years, she was big as shit, going everywhere, spreading her big as shit mentality. Like Talking about she hella happy being that fat, and she wasn't. That's why she lost weight. Come on, bro.
In defense of Lizzo, not a sentence I want to read. In defense of her, I have seen her post like, oh, here's a green smoothie that I got, or here's me with my salad, or like, here I am at the gym. I think there is this weird stigma where people that are overweight have to be perfect all the time. They can never just like, just have a cake. And I agree, it's gorging. I agree, it's not great.
These niggas chatting, boy.
That's great.
That was
Not
too
great.
much.
But I'm saying that like this one instance.
These
of her
niggas chatting,
doing this,
boy.
Amidst all her other ones of her trying to be healthy.
Can I go on the opposite side of that? Like with Lizzo, there's like Eugenia Clooney. She's a very
Yes.
petite, tiny
Eugenia.
woman.
Like,
Why
bro.
are people saying, "Oh, good job, Lizzo"? Like, good job for eating healthier. But like when Eugenia Clooney's like trying to eat something, like
But is Eugenia Cooney allowed to have hashtag body positivity?
she does sometimes. So
Is she?
she promotes herself literally wearing like tiny.
Because-
I don't even know who they
outfits to,
talking
like,
about.
Her body.
That was my whole point. Is like these extremes are hijacking it.
Yeah,
I agree.
think,
They're not
like,
good representation.
Yeah,
No.
Like,
Facts.
the algorithm, they will push out the most extreme cases because they get the most views, and it's
Right.
what people want to see.
Yes, it's dangerous.
Including these conversations. Although this was pretty reasonable. All right, let's reset.
No matter who you are, there's no
Oh,
denying that
Ed, no, no.
I have taken a weight loss drug. Will the agreeers please step forward?
You have taken a weight loss drug. Ozempic, heard you.
I guess everybody's perfect.
I'm like trying to see like what do we define as drug?
I think we're talking about.
Why are these niggas having such a hard time with words all of a sudden? I'm not going back to the ad so you can fawn over that young Asian lady. I'm not doing that for you. I'm not doing that for you. Why are the big women having such a hard time with words? All of a sudden we don't know what the word drug means. All of a sudden niggas didn't know what physique meant. What's going on?
Like Ozempic?
Pills
Yeah,
or
wait. Well, any
Like diet pills.
drug that you've taken.
Exactly.
wait,
Sorry. But yeah, come on in. Let's hear your story too.
I have used weight loss drugs.
Shout out Leia. She been on
I
their ass.
knew the power of them in college, and that you could get them over the counter, but they were incredibly strong. Probably needed to be controlled at that time, but I don't know. I was just so obsessed.
Hey, bro, chill on her, bro.
My body size,
Chill on.
pretty much my whole life. And that's just the culture, American culture that I was raised in. And
Chill
lived
on
in.
her,
And
bro.
So I would try drastic means, and I've done things that would just get you super wired. Even as an adult, once I figured out
Chill on her, bro. She trying her
how to
best.
eat, I gained the weight back during the lockdown, like a lot of people did. And I go, gosh darn it, I was so upset. And
They like you.
I
Here you
took
go
a
again.
prescription weight loss drug that was prescribed by a doctor, and I was able to drop the weight quickly. I used it as a biohack. I used it short term just to get the weight off, because once the weight is off, now it's on you. You have to know how to eat.
So this is more recently.
Yep, and this is absolutely recent.
Was
too.
it like Ozempic, something like that?
Phentermine. You can get it prescribed. It's a controlled substance. It's
Dentermine.
hardcore, but it takes the thought process out of your mind. That thing, that monster that always tells you.
She
you're
looked
gonna
like
get
she
your
had
next
plastic surgery.
Serotonin kick by that food, and you're hyper focused on eating, and it takes that monster, it stops talking. So now, when the monster stops talking, you go, I can control this. I can make changes in my lifestyle.
A lot of the problem is niggas just be hungry because their body is used to eating at certain times of the day. You niggas don't really be hungry like that. You don't have to eat 3 times a day.
in order to make healthier decisions to keep
Nigga
the
said
weight
all it
off that I
take
just
is
lost
one
with
wipe.
this drug, and
Her haircut
I
fucking
was
me
so
up though. She got a
desperate to lose
croissant
weight.
roll
I
on the
was,
top of her
like,
head.
on TikTok scrolling through, and like they were sharing like, oh, this drug does this and this is that, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and just blindly buy this thing, and showed up at
Do
a
you know
horrible
kind of
time
what
for
kind
me.
of drug it was?
It was a pill that I took, and it like suppressed my want to eat food, but it.
Hold on.
This drug does this, and this is like on TikTok scrolling through, and like they were sharing like, oh, this drug does this. And
Nigga. She was on TikTok scrolling, saw somebody promoting a fucking pill and took it? What the fuck?
And this is that, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and just blindly buy this thing, and showed up at
Do
a
you know
horrible
kind of
time
what
for
kind
me.
of drug it was?
It was a pill that I took, and it like suppressed my want to eat food. But it also like had some really bad side effects. Like when I would eat, I would feel sick after, and I realized like, oh,
Nigga,
I'm feeling horrible.
why are you
all the
taking a
time,
drug to
having
suppress
this
your want to eat food?
energy
Just
low
don't fucking
and,
eat the food.
Like just feeling physically sick.
How long were you on it?
I was on it for 2 months maybe.
Did you lose weight?
I lost some weight, but as soon as I got off of it, I gained all of that weight back.
Yeah.
I
You
gained
have to know what to
all
do
back.
once you're there.
Exactly.
What are you gonna do?
Exactly. It was
Yeah.
like the crutch, and like you just relied on it so much, and then once it was gone, you had to do your own thing, and
You have to figure it out.
you had to figure.
Right, so you just lack the discipline and motivation, my nigga. That's how people become fat. They lose themselves. They don't work out. They keep fucking eating. You get fat. That's how that shit works.
Figure it out, and the pill was doing all that for you, and then
It's
for
not
me,
that
I
easy.
gained more weight than I lost.
It may not be easy to
Let's bring in
mentally prepare yourself to go to the gym.
So I've heavily considered.
But nigga, that just
being
means you lack
Ozempic,
discipline and willpower.
But I've decided not.
You're not really trying to
because
change.
You either have to stay on that drug long term to keep those effects, or if you get off of it, most people are going to gain the weight back. So I'm no longer interested in anything that is not a complete lifestyle change. Like for me, I have.
So she want to take a miracle drug that just get all of that shit off. Like she just praying like, God, please make this weight come off of me. She just want that bitch to snap and disappear. She don't want to put in no fucking work. She been on bullshit the whole fucking video. I'm tired of her. She has to go.
Learned over the years that I would prefer to be fat and happy than thin and miserable. So like right now I'm just trying to, eat less processed food.
Nigga said Andrew Tate was fucking
stay away
right.
from like sodas and stuff for the most part. But I will never count calories, like, or because to me that leads to disordered.
No, it doesn't. You can count calories and still eat good food. Nigga, if you're fat, you're most likely eating more fucking calories than you need to. And all it takes is a Google, how many calories should a such and such size woman take? It's probably gonna say somewhere between 1,800 and 2,000. Her big ass is probably eating 2,800 to 3,000. Like, you don't, like, come on, let's be for real. She ain't that tall. I know she ain't 5'10".
For me personally, yes. I'm not talking for everybody.
I know she ain't 5'10".
I'm not talking for everybody, but for me personally, and I do think for a lot of people,
It don't lead to
can
disorders.
Lead to disordered eating.
Kind of circling
She
back
talking about
to,
what it do for a lot
the
of people.
topic about taking a weight loss
Come on,
drugs.
bruh.
Hell no, I would never take no weight loss drug. I worked really hard for my body, and I'm like a very big believer in that phrase. Like, if you wanted to, you could. Wouldn't you be so much happier if you lost the weight and you look back on it and it was like, yeah, like
Facts.
I did that.
Exactly.
Like that was 100% all me. I didn't need no help. I didn't need no.
She
cheat
talking about
codes.
exactly, but she
this
don't
was the work
like.
that I put in, and I got the results that I wanted.
And that was the mindset that I wish that I had before I took the drugs.
Yeah.
Because like I was. super
Where's that
naive. I was,
mindset
18
now,
years
nigga?
old,
Right.
And I had no knowledge about anything.
Yeah, if
And
you got
I
an
was
eating
looking for a
disorder,
quick
it's
fix
different.
'cause
But
all the-
she's saying counting calories can lead to an eating disorder. What the fuck is she talking about? She talking about all this shit that can happen. All this can, bitch. You ain't did it.
all these people were telling me, oh, you need to lose weight, you need to do this, and that was in my
You
own
can eat
household.
3 meals a
Those were my
day
friends
and
telling me
still,
this.
And
A lot
you know what I
of my
mean?
friends and everything like that.
It's a lifestyle change ultimately. These are tools that you can utilize, but if you are not changing your lifestyle to go with it, then what will
Exactly.
work for you? And so I think that's really ultimately
You
what
can
it
count
is. And I know
calories
that
and
to
still
commit
eat
to
3
the
meals a
lifestyle
day.
change,
You're just
using
eating
these
too
tools, it's
fucking
not gonna
much.
help you.
When people do these quote unquote shortcuts, a lot of the time, like mentally, they're not there. So they lose the weight and then they're still like
Not fixing the problem.
That's facts,
Exactly.
though.
It was this quick fix, and now that it's, they get off it, like everything mentally, like that they were at when they were at a bigger weight is still there because
Like-
they didn't put in that mental work.
That's facts,
of doing
though.
it on their own.
That's facts,
We
though.
gotta reset. So for the next one. I'm getting the
All of that
signal.
shit start with mental work, though. You ain't gonna do
Women
nothing
are
without
more
being mentally
attractive
prepared to
than
do it.
fat women. Will the agreeers please
Fit
step
women are
forward?
more attractive than fat women. Agree.
I would definitely agree. Fit women are
They
more
on some
attractive
bullshit in
than,
there, bro.
like, plus-size
I ain't gonna
women.
lie. I'm finna cut this bitch off. They ain't here on some bullshit, bro. Fat women can have cute faces, but your body is not as attractive as a fit woman's body. We gotta keep it a stack. These niggas is in here lying.
Only because
They in
me
here
having
lying.
this body, it shows that I can commit to something, right? And it shows that I'm hardworking. So I feel like men looking at my body can see, oh, okay, she's dedicated. She put in the work, and that could be an attractive quality.
And that has fucking nothing to do with it. I like how she got up there and, like, you know what I'm saying, geeked the big girl's head up, but nigga, that don't got nothing to do with it. As a dude, we not looking at the big girl first, bro. No cap. Some niggas like big women, but I swear to God, I'm not looking at these. I'm not looking at these bills. I'm not looking at these bills. I've seen some cute big women, not as attractive as cute fit women.
So that kind of shows that we have something.
We
in
know
common,
you like
something
big
that we can
girls. You
work
don't gotta
on
act like
together.
I promise I'm not acting.
Yeah, Jimmy,
Ain't no
for
act
sure.
about me, nigga. This ain't Leonardo.
Can we bring in the disagreement?
This ain't Leonardo, nigga.
like I'm gonna get
Wrong L. This Lord Tega. I'm not hitting no big
I'm
girls.
bisexual, so I
Hey,
love
girl, me
women.
too.
I love women.
Yes, all the bisexuals.
I think that all women are beautiful. I've had relationship with women that are fit, that are not fit, variety. And I can tell you that personality-wise, the skinniest ones and the most beautiful ones have had a personality that I cannot work with. Me, personally, me. So,
Yeah.
Wait, what'd she
and
say?
personality-wise, the skinniest ones and the most beautiful ones have had a personality that I cannot work with. Me, personally, me. So,
Yeah.
and it comes from a place
You're just
that
meeting shitty
the way
people,
that I grew
bro.
up, the way that they grew
You
up,
have a type.
thoughts, minds. You surround yourself with people
You
that
have
you
a
like,
type.
that it's
Like my nigga, exactly. That's what I'm saying. If you go and meet people, and you meet consistently meeting shitty fucking people, nigga, you're the problem. You're the problem. You can't be meeting that many shitty niggas in a row. There's no way, and you blaming other people. She talking about the skinny bitches is the bitches that's horrible. You meeting, you got a type.
like your personality.
You like the
has more
horrible
beauty
skinny bitches.
than the way that you look.
Your physical looks will disappear. My grandma, she used to be a very petite, tiny woman, grew up in the Philippines. My grandpa the same way. Now they're a little bigger, they're more comfortable. 50 years later, still in love.
yeah.
My grandpa always makes jokes. Like when I remember growing up, he was like, "This is Burger King and this is McDonald's."
I
I'm
hate
the
to keep
king and I'm
pausing it,
loving
but they just keep saying dumb shit. What the fuck is she talking about? She talking about her grandma and her grandma and her fucking her grandma and her grandpa got married, and then over time they got bigger, and he's still with her. No shit, nigga. I didn't know they was gonna be on here bullshitting like that, bro. Like, what the fuck? What is she talking about?
And I'm like, that's what my
This is-
grandpa's like,
this
he
is-
showed me, like, you can
they're
appreciate
fucking
women for
married.
all that she
What
is,
the
you know?
fuck?
Exactly.
And that's why I love, like, I could be, once I get skinny, like, my boyfriend can still love me, but maybe he loves me more
Facts.
because how I am personally.
I think people
Facts.
like to be like, oh, it's always going to be the fit woman is more attractive than the plus size woman. I just don't think that's true. Like, there's a lot of beautiful fit women. There's also a lot of
That's
not
facts.
very beautiful ones.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
facts.
To assume that size will always equal more attractive, I just think is like silly. It's a case by case basis.
Because I'm more on the healthy side.
It's not a
you can
case
be
by
any-
case basis. It's not a case by case basis. Bro, these niggas is making it about personality and all this different shit. The question is very simple. Are fit women more attractive than fat women? It's clearly about the body shape. These niggas is making it about personality and shit. The question has nothing to do with the face.
Not healthy.
Yeah,
That's very
yeah.
clear.
It's cute
But
fat
the big
women
issue I
and
have
cute
with what you
fit
said,
women.
I disagree with you. I think as a fit girl as well, fit girlies, but I still disagree with you because there's beautiful women who are in bigger bodies. Like,
Facts.
I feel like it's an arrogance almost to be like, oh, because I'm fit, I'm more attractive. Like that's
Facts.
It's ridiculous. And the biggest issue I had was what you said about men being attracted to you more just because you're fit. I think that
It is preference.
that's basing your worth.
But
on a man.
generally,
and I'm married. As a married
most
woman,
guys,
I just don't understand.
it's going for the
what
fit
that has
person.
to do with the principle of just physical attractiveness. It has nothing to do with if someone else deems you as attractive. It's like just solely based on the physical. So I 100% disagree with you.
I probably
I
like
was
both.
debating actually stepping forward because
Nigga, I am in
of
college. Like, what are you
just
talking
what
about?
society
What do
has
you
taught me
mean?
My whole life is like, thin is more beautiful. That is more beautiful. That is more beautiful. And I've really had to work on unlearning that, like for so many years. When I was like,
it's not about it being more
20,
beautiful,
was
but
like,
nigga, you're gonna get
the reason
approached
I'm not
more
in
if
a
you're fit.
relationship is
That's
'cause I'm
just
fat.
like that, nigga.
Like,
That's
I
just
need to lose weight, and then I'll
generally
be able
true.
to come in a relationship. Then someone will love me.
It's that way for
And I
niggas
thought
too, though. It's that way for
so
dudes.
many years, and like my self-confidence was like down here, and I really had to work on unlearning that, and I'm still trying to unlearn that. But like I have learned over the years that people are attracted to different things.
Glitter
So
on the
if you
face
ask
crazy.
one
That don't
person,
never get in
they're
their
gonna
eyes.
Tell you, oh, this is what I'm attracted to, and if you ask someone else, they might have a completely different answer. So I
Facts.
think attractiveness is subjective. I think when it comes to society, society 100% says skinnier is better.
I mean,
Facts.
I hear a lot of what you're saying, but I'm curious. Anybody want to share, like, what is the type of body that you're attracted to?
To men, on men, other, or
Well,
the
I don't know.
opposite.
There's people who are attracted to men. and women. So whether it's men or women, what kind of bodies are you attracted to?
Because I've been smaller and bigger. I am tall. I already am eliminating a majority of people because I'm one taller man than me. But you know what? Somebody on your show, Zach Miko,
Was that the tall guy?
it was the model.
Oh, yeah.
The plus size model, he was
Yes.
cute.
So
Unfortunately,
We gotta stop with this plus size shit. This nigga is not plus size. He's not plus size. It ain't the plus size model. He's not plus size. He's not fat. He got a dad bod. He just got a little gut. You know, he got a little gut, got a little. He's not plus size. You're
So
gay.
it's like-
You're gay, nigga.
I have dated some fantastically gorgeous men, but when I feel most comfortable and myself and I can feel just kind of let it all out is a guy that's has some cushion. Gym people for gym people. And, and that kind of seems like unattainable
Right.
and not my vibe.
No, I appreciate the specificity. If anyone else wanted.
So I
Specificity.
do have a type, but also like I've never dated before. So I'd say like my type goes from I like my type goes from like Prince Eric to Fluffy. So funny. Like, yes, the comedian Fluffy. I just feel like I could like
Who the hell
hug
is Prince
him.
Eric?
Like, he would give the best hugs and be like the best person.
It's a very
Like-
wide range.
Yeah, a very wide range of
A lot of them fit into
a lot
that
of
range.
infinites to that. But like I don't discriminate against like body type or
I do.
anything like that.
Shit.
It's funny because for me as a bisexual woman, like what I like in women versus what I like in men is like very different. So men, I'm very much like you. Like dad bods are kind of like what I'm the most attracted to. I don't want someone like super big, but I also don't like super skinny or like super buff.
Which
Like,
is
you have a little muscle,
understandable.
that's fine, but, like,
I
really
think
buff
most
guys,
people
like,
like
stomach.
somebody in the middle.
But for women, I like way more different kinds of women, like thin, big, like I don't know. I'm just way more attracted, I think, when it comes to different kinds of women. Like when I'm swiping on dating apps, like I'll maybe swipe on like one in every 20
dude
men,
in the middle is a
and, like,
loser?
women, it's, like,
How?
5. Women, I just think overall are much more
How?
than men.
He's just the host, bro. The nigga didn't do
Yeah,
anything.
that too.
All right,
Y'all
let's just-
assholes.
It's okay for models to set a high standard for body image. Will the agreeers please step forward?
I'm gonna disagree with that because there's some models out there that look crazy. It's some models out there that look crazy. Like crazy as in like anorexic, like super fucking thin. And then you got the Lizzo. So I think it's just, you know what I mean? I don't think you shouldn't look at no motherfucking body for a standard body image, nigga. Listen to how we talk. Now
I
niggas,
did
the
some
way they
modeling
talk
as
is
a kid,
losers now.
and as a
That's
teenager,
crazy.
And even now as an adult, I did pinup. There's definitely like a
Huh?
high expectation. And as a teenager, and even now as an adult, I did pinup. There's
You did
definitely
pinup?
like a high expectation and standard, especially like.
Let me make sure I know what pinup mean, because if it mean what I think I mean, that's crazy. A pinup model, a model whose photos are widely popular in society and are often displayed on walls. Their images are intended to be aesthetically pleasing and informal. So basically, they're what? Basically, pinup models dress provocatively and take photo shoots. I gotta call bullshit on that.
Like in runway modeling and things like
I'm
that.
not
'cause
judging, but
they
I'm just
push out
saying.
these clothing and they only do it in certain sizes. There's standards
Wasn't
that different
expecting that.
companies have that they want to push out certain things. So like for pinups, they want you to look a certain way. They want you to do your makeup a certain way. They want you to dress a certain way for that style. And same thing for like Victoria's Secret. They want to promote lingerie, and
Right.
there's a standard for each company.
Right.
And they have to live up to
Yo,
that
what?
standard
What are you saying
based
yo
on
for?
what they're trying to promote.
You see
Personally,
me
for I always
blushing.
looked up to
No,
thin
you
people. I
don't.
always found them very beautiful. I was like, I want to be able to look like a Victoria's Secret model one day. It's okay to have a higher standard of beauty because it makes you want like, oh.
I'm not gonna
I
lie,
wanna
bro.
look-
She low key got that shit on, gang. I ain't gonna cap. I've been seeing it the whole time. I ain't want to say nothing, but she got that shit on. I fuck with her style. Heavy.
Harder on myself to achieve that type of body goal. I might not
The
look
butterfly make it even better because every time she move, the wings flap. I'm noticing this.
exactly like
She got
them,
that shit on.
with the hips and everything. But I want to be able
Why
to
am I
look a
blushing?
healthy
I promise
version
I'm
of
not.
myself that looks
It's not a
healthy.
woman up
I
here
think
that I
it's
would
okay
blush
for
for.
models to have a higher standard of beauty because we.
She don't got that shit
are
on. Look
attracted
at
to
her.
attract-
White on white on white? With the butterflies and the glasses? With the tattoos? Nigga, she got a snake on her arm. She got that shit on. I don't love fat women. I love everybody. I wouldn't date a fat girl though. I just wouldn't.
A model is
The
selling
same way I
something
wouldn't
or-
date a fat girl is the same way I just wouldn't date a white girl. No, it's not the same because I would date a white girl. But she got to be like a specific caliber, like Scarlett Johansson, Jessica Alba. You feel me?
being hired to sell something.
Just
and
saying.
they're gonna make it. Hey, look at this. Look at the dress I'm wearing.
Nigga, that's bad
And you as
fits.
a
I promise
consumer,
that's not a bad
you don't
fit.
wanna look
You
at
just hating on her.
somebody
She got
that
that
is
shit on.
Going to go. Ugh. I don't even want to look at that person. What were they selling? I don't know.
Let's bring in our disagreeers. More disagreeers than I expected.
I completely disagree. I think we all forgot what modeling industry has done for women in our
Facts.
society. I mean,
Nigga, Kylie Jenner has done irreparable damage to the youth. The whole Kardashian family has done irreparable damage to the youth. That's why all these bitches out here getting BBLs. They want to look like them bitches. That's why the bitches' heads fucked up. My bad. I keep saying bitches. I meant women. I apologize. That's why the women head fucked up. Oh my God.
kind of went blank for a second.
BBL bandits
girls
walking
and
around this
women
bitch
growing
everywhere.
up
Y'all ever
and
seen Summer
growing
Walker
up with certain
BBL?
magazines, and those women, just because they were thin does not mean they were healthy. Have y'all ever seen America's Next Top Model?
Yes.
There's a lot of detrimental things that were happening within that society, within that community. And I agree with you. Yes, we all want to look at something.
Let me show y'all Summer Walker BBL real
but
quick.
that varies. Also, the modeling industry is known for not being diverse.
Right.
Hello. So I don't know. We just like blacked
It's
out for a
very
second.
diverse now.
Now.
It was not when I started.
Yeah, but
was
it's
not.
not that diverse now either. It's evolving, but I wouldn't go as far as saying it's that diverse. But I think that it can be very detrimental as a young woman. I think the body positivity movement kind of was.
Y'all fucking with this? y'all fucking with this, bro? Wild shit. Nasty as shit.
Created in juxtaposition because of the modeling industry of the 90s and early 2000s, how toxic that was.
I do think we have
Nigga
come
said,
a long way,
ew.
though. We still have like much further to go. The average size of the woman in the United States is a size 16. So why are we not seeing that reflected more on runways and modeling and stuff? You know, I also have issues with it when it comes to a lot of plus size modeling too, because a lot of plus size models, they have the curves, but they have no belly. And that's so unrealistic for most plus size women.
Y'all wanna
where
see
it's
another
like,
one?
Most plus size women, if you are a size 20 like I am, you're gonna have a stomach. And
And most of those photos have been photoshopped.
yeah.
This T.I. wife right here. This T.I. wife right here.
Standards keep changing. How many models do they need to show all the different body types that for this to sell one dress?
Sounds like there's a tension between the market. If the data says more
Right.
people clicked on this body,
Them
even
fat
if it's
bitches sexually
unrealistic,
assaulting you.
put that body.
Bro,
in
fat
the
women are
ad.
not weird, bro.
What
You
you're
can't
saying
generalize
is
fat women like that.
That's unfair representation of the true customer.
Yeah, exactly. Because then I'll like buy something
Yeah,
that
it's
I
crazy.
saw on a plus size model who has a flat stomach, and then I put it on, and I'm like, oh, I hate this because it's clinging to like all the wrong parts. I just want to see something that looks. It doesn't have to look exactly like me.
I think for a long time,
I don't like the way they trying to like
diversity in sizes
sugarcoat everything.
Like,
Where
I
did
can't
plus
make
size
money
come from? Nigga,
from
you're
showing all this
fat.
diversity of
And
sizes,
that's
but I think
okay.
that there are new brands coming, like Savage X Fenty with Rihanna. She has proven that you can have diverse bodies and you can still market and sell. And let's be real,
That's fact.
most consumers are not the models.
That's a
they
fact.
look different.
Women should be fit enough to protect themselves.
I agree
Will the
that
agreeers
anybody
step
should be fit enough to protect themselves.
This is something that I always say.
I'm glad they all
listen,
agreed.
No shame to people that are thinner, but I just think you're so vulnerable when you're thin. Like if you're petite and you're frail and you're not strong enough to fight back, I don't think that's safe for you.
Let's be real, bro. A majority of women, if they're not trained in martial arts, if any man comes by and wants to do something, they're gonna lose. If they don't know how to protect their, it don't matter what fucking weight you are, you're probably gonna lose. And that's just that. That's just that.
I'm a proponent of like building muscle.
It don't got
That way
nothing to
you're
do with being
sturdy. That
thin.
way
You
if
might be
someone tries
more.
to come up on me.
I
they're
mean,
going
it might
to
be
feel
easier.
I think.
But nigga, if you can't fight them off,
sucks that
then
we're in a
you're gonna
society
like, you know what I'm
that
saying?
We do, but we.
I'm saying like if you don't know how to fight, if they don't know how to fight, or if they ain't got pole, if they ain't got pepper spray, nigga,
some locks. I don't know,
8 to 9 times out of 10, if a nigga run up
Someone
on a
who
woman,
trains
she's gonna lose.
kickboxing, boxing.
Because dudes are
and
just
Muay Thai,
built stronger.
At our facility,
biologically.
like we do offer like women's self-defense classes, and like no matter like what body size you are, I highly recommend every single woman.
Shit,
who
nigga,
can-
even for me, I want to learn how to fight. If a nigga try me, he gonna have to shoot me. That's what I want. Like, if you try me, nigga, you're gonna have to shoot me. Like, that's where I want to get. Like, if you want to fight me, you're probably gonna die, unless you shoot me. That's where I want to be.
Take at least one class just so you know the basics. And
I want to learn
just,
some
like,
taekwondo.
Well, I got attacked by a dog once.
Karate.
on the walk. Alec came out of this house and it came after me, and I was with a group of friends. Of course, it comes after the big one. Don't get me wrong, but it was scary.
You was probably
I
just running the
couldn't run
slowest.
I couldn't run away from that problem, but my friends were able to, and that came to my mind.
I'm
I was
not
like,
gonna
oh
lie,
my
they some
gosh,
hoes.
I'm not good at cardio. I know what I need to prove more on. You need to be able to carry yourself, pull yourself up, or like you know, run.
Facts.
For you, for your kids, you know, an emergency. Your kid is swallowing something and it got stuck, or you know, everything around you needs your full
I'm washed.
potential energy. So yeah, definitely.
No, nigga, I just
everybody work
never
on their
learned a
own pace and
martial
just
art.
Make sure that you work on things. That
I
are
can
gonna help you
squabble
and
though, for
stay
sure.
safe.
If I get you in a headlock, it's over.
Aside from dogs.
I get you in a headlock, nigga, I'm
has
taking
anyone
that
ever
neck
been
off.
in a situation where they've had to.
I don't fight fair though, so I feel like you would have to shoot me regardless. Cause honestly, I don't give a fuck what you doing. If you don't have a gun or a knife, I'm beating you up because there are no rules. Your balls are gone. Fucking with me. Like if we get into a squabble, I'm destroying your cojones. Them bitches will not be there after we're done because I'm fighting to the death. And I'm gonna take a nigga balls off. Them balls is mine at that point, cause they bitches not yours no more. That's all I'm saying. No gay shit. But I'm just saying, I'm not fighting fair.
Themselves.
I'm doing what I gotta do to get back home, gang. I'm just, that's all I gotta, like, you know what I mean?
And it's fine. I'm over it. I know it wasn't my fault. See, I work with my brain a lot. So for me, I was laying down, and it was more of a like situation where I couldn't move because of everything that was happening around me, and my thoughts were just like, I need to find a way to survive. I need to find a way to push this person from me. And I was 13, so it was like, you know what? Pray. Because there was a cousin sleeping next to me, and I was like, please have her move so I can move. And she did. And as soon as she moved, I found the way to just push him. Like I found the courage to push him off. It came from, I don't know where, but it came. And
I'm
whatever
gonna
happened
run?
after that. So
What?
it is a situation where
My genes gonna
as
kick
women,
in.
we are subject to not
Nigga,
just men, but to a
no.
lot of people. And where we need to find a way to protect ourselves, and not just us, as we're growing older. Like we should be showing our children how to and who not to trust instead of judging them. Instead
Boy,
of
if my son
expecting
ever get
from
bullied
them.
in school,
You should
I'ma
be
tell him to
teaching
whoop
them
that
to
nigga
find a
ass
way
until he see
and
blood.
What works for them to
No cap.
find a courage.
Don't stop
to
until he
save
bleed.
themselves from whatever is gonna be a struggle.
Beat
for them
his
in the future.
ass. Just make sure he hits you first.
Thank you for sharing that story.
I have abused my body. Will the agreeer step forward?
That's kind of vague, gang. What does that mean?
Personally, for me, I've always suffered with anxiety and depression since I was young. I haven't grown up in the best areas. I used to
Depression?
self-harm in different ways. I suffered with like purging and everything, and like actual like physically cutting myself.
Nigga, in
Sometimes I
school,
even
why
think
would
of-
I give my child that's in school a fucking gun? Are you a psychopath? What the fuck are you talking about?
like burn myself. When I look in the mirror, I'm just like, what is wrong with you? And I was 13, 12, and around this time, I did not like the way I look. I'm not happy right now. And like the only thing I have control of, because I don't have money,
Lil Wayne did that. Nigga, my son is not gonna be
It wasn't
Lil
until,
Wayne.
like, I got
He's
older
also
and
not
I
gonna grow up in a
started studying
poverty-stricken
mental health, I started
environment
studying,
like Lil Wayne
different,
did.
Like ways you can take care of yourself with the resources I had. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not the best at my mind right now. And there's other opportunities I can control those bad thoughts. To
500
let them out.
degrees.
What were some of the tools that were most helpful to you?
Meditation really was a big thing for me. I
Shout out
loved
to her.
meditating.
Meditation mommy.
Whenever I had those, I call it like noise, like those just thoughts in my head, like just talking. And I'm like, close your eyes, inhale, exhale, and just breathe. Just find your center and calm yourself. That's really helped me a lot.
Addiction is the disease that tells your brain that the problem is the solution. My biggest addiction was food, and and you get a serotonin kick. You get.
I look like I
everybody has a
smoke
vice
weed, so
because
yes, you
something
like
cheap and
meditation.
fast. At some
Nigga,
point,
weed
it's-
is not
it's not
meditation.
addicting
What do you
anymore.
mean?
Like you're actually doing it
You
to
can be
yourself.
completely fucking
This
sober
lifestyle of
meditating.
this and up and down, and how I even abuse.
Before I
myself,
ever
how
even
I-
tried a
how I used to
drug,
talk
nigga,
to
I was
myself and,
meditating.
You're not good enough. You're not pretty enough.
My
you're not thin
mustache too.
enough.
All right.
You know, you're never enough. Until I changed the way I spoke to myself, did changes ever happen and maintain.
Abuse my body a lot by being an emotional eater. Like
I'm trying to fuck the
I'm a
girl
very
in the white.
emotional
No,
person.
I'm
Actually,
not.
I just found out last year that I have BPD. Ever since I was a teenager, I have struggled heavily with depression and suicide.
I know. I'm just letting it rock right now, bro.
Yeah,
I'm just letting
I
it
have
rock.
abused my body over the years, and I'm trying to love myself more, take better care
Do
of
it.
myself.
Don't
Shout
try.
out to her.
Just do it.
Well, you
tell-
say that, but
and
it can be hard.
Facts.
Make it easy. Make it easy. Make it easy to speak to yourself in a kind way.
I like red
I
dress, bro.
got
She
upset
cool as
because
fuck.
You don't want to be on this. You're a gift.
If she came up to me and asked me to fuck, I would look at her like she had shit on her shirt. I swear to God. That'd go for any woman. Like, unless you Scarlett Johansson. Then I would just be like, you got me.
How dare you take that beautiful gift away? How dare you? You're not allowed to do that anymore, okay? You're here. You have to speak to yourself kindly. Be nice to yourself. Your family members, how would they tell somebody else that's speaking to you that way to you? And you do it to yourself, that's not okay. Yeah. You can change it. Make a choice.
I like her.
It's gotten
Shout out to
a
her.
lot better over the years. That I'm much.
Nigga be missing
kinder to myself, and I
opportunities.
wish I could like tell my
Nigga, everything in this life is not about vagina, bro. You gonna learn that one day. Don't worry about it.
younger self to like be kinder.
But you can tell her right now.
Oh,
You can
I do,
tell
yeah.
that baby right now.
You gonna
she's good
fucking
enough
crash
she's
trying to
meant
get some
be here.
pussy, nigga.
I'm like, I just want to give you a hug because I relate.
I agree with you, bro. That's my fault. I misjudged. The nigga's a fucking loser. He over here crying because she just... Oh, she crying too? If I call him a loser, I gotta call her a loser. Nah, he gang shit, bro. He being vulnerable on camera too and in front of the hoes. He got it. He get brownie points for that. The hoes like that.
Your story so much.
I wouldn't be here without it.
I was an emotional eater too. I still am an emotional eater. I'm working
That
on
don't
it
got nothing to do
so
with what
much,
he's talking
but,
about, bro.
Like when I was getting bullied in middle school, like I was getting called fat and all these things, and I was literally getting notes handed to me saying that I was like a fat whale. It really messed me up, and it made me attempt suicide a few times, and
That shit not funny, bro, but damn.
Old, and it wasn't until
Kids is so
after
fucking
I
brutal,
attempted
bro.
and my family found out, because now I don't think that way anymore. That's
You
why I'm
gotta
obsessed
chill,
to,
gang.
Like advocate for mental health and just
That shit, like, it's not funny,
love-
but
love
like kids
yourself.
is
You
so
have to
brutal.
love
They really
yourself
don't give a
in
fuck.
in order to change things.
It's
that you
not
want
that
to
bad.
change.
I've heard way worse. Fat whale is like on
Can I bring in?
the really low side of bullying.
For the people who came in, the disagreeers with this prompt, what have been the most valuable tools or resources in your life to not abuse your body?
I think of like the highest version of myself, and I try to show.
You
up
gotta
as
let
her
her
every
slide
single
with that
day.
one, bro.
When I have
She
dark
can't take them
thoughts
type of
or
jokes.
When things are hard, I'm like, okay, the highest version of Alyssa.
We used to cook
like,
people
she's
back
the
in school,
baddie,
but if
she's
we like
disciplined,
knew they
she
couldn't
loves
take the
herself,
jokes,
and I
or
kinda
we
show
found
up
out they
as
couldn't
her.
take the jokes, we
I
wouldn't make no
100%
jokes
agree
out of
with
them.
that. I'm a
We
very
just
big
let them rock.
believer
Like,
in,
you good.
if you say
Don't talk
things
about
out
him. He
loud
off
and
limits, 'cause
manifest
that nigga
them,
weak.
Then they will come
That's
true.
just how we
Because
thought about it,
eventually
though.
You do end up getting like that mentality.
We was bullies
switch,
with
right?
morals,
Like,
you feel me?
If you wake up and the first thing that you say to yourself, like in the mirror, is like, "I'm ugly," you know, that's what you're gonna go about your entire day believing, you know. But maybe like writing something down, like having it like on the mirror and stuff, and starting every morning like smiling.
I'm not with them put the shit on the mirror affirmations, nigga, then I recite it to myself. Any nigga that's really happy is not doing that shit. We gotta be for real. If you gotta try to convince yourself that you're happy, nigga, you're admitting to yourself that you're not fucking happy. That's the dumbest shit I ever seen in my life.
Smiling and with like positivity, then you'll carry that energy like through the entire day, the entire week, the entire month, and eventually like your entire life.
You would give me a
You have
wedgie, you
network
would
of
probably
people
die in
that
the
if you're
process.
feeling any kind of emotion
No
or
cap.
going through anything, having that kind of community
I'll
to
throw you
help
in a headlock and
figure out how you
DDT
can go
the
about
fuck
this
out of
without doing some detrimental harm
Brain
to yourself.
damage.
I think it's really
Now
amazing.
you a
And again,
vegetable,
privilege that
'cause
I
you
was
done
able
tried
to
Lord
have that.
Taker.
If nothing else, I hope anyone watching this can really see and empathize and like, you can't just look at someone and be like, oh, they're this and that, or they're lazy, or they don't work hard enough. Like, I think this conversation
Salad.
has just been so illuminating for me, and I hope it's illuminating for everybody.
For me, also,
This
adding
nigga is
to like what helped me get out of the depression that I had was, I sat down and I cried. I would cry in my room and acknowledge the things that I needed to change, even though it was going to cost me. And I had supporters like my family. My sister's my biggest supporter. I love you with all my heart. And
Is she finna
you
cry?
really need to work on yourself. Make a better choice.
Facts.
Change your body if it's necessary, if you
Facts.
can, but be healthy because we're not getting any better. This world is just gonna get harder.
Facts.
So we need to be healthy and prepared for whatever we need to do.
Facts.
You know, so yeah, work out safely and. You
I know
everybody
pressure
will
points too,
be
nigga.
healthy for like the longest time, cause man.
I definitely agree with like letting out a good cry because I was an
Yeah,
emotional eater.
I cried a lot.
I was such an emotional eater. Like I held all of my emotions in, and what I would do is I would eat instead of letting that emotion out and recognizing the emotion. And it wasn't until like I let out that cry, I reached out to the people.
Yeah, you
and
reach out for help.
You reach out to the people that you trust and you feel the safest with. And I did that. That I started to realize like, oh, I need to change this. It isn't healthy to go to the food instead of going to the people. You got to go to your people.
I agree.
I didn't say I was trapping you. I said I would get you in a headlock and then DDT your ass.
I took a plane back
Brain
to
damage.
California to be with my family while she was in
Vegetable.
her coma. And that day I was just like, you know what? My mom's gone. I want to be gone. You know, and the only person I really trust and love and care for and adore is my grandma. She is my rock. And I remember looking at her
Damn,
like,
everybody
come home, like, grandma, I'm done. This is it. And she told me, and this is the only thing that keeps me going till this day is the moment you're gone, I lost you, I lose your mom, I have no one. And reaching out to my
fucked up.
grandma and telling her like I'm ready to just end it, it made me realize like if I keep hurting myself, I'm not just hurting myself, I'm hurting the people who love me the most. Making sure like, you know, when you're going through your hard spot, just know like you're not alone in that. There's people around you who do truly love you and they want you to reach out to them and tell them like what's going on with you. So I always recommend that. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
What she said, don't
What the
ever
hell are you talking about? Do riddles,
Especially
bro.
as a woman. Stop apologizing.
I love that.
Thank you all so much for the vulnerability and for sharing your opinions through the discussion.
Facts. Facts. It's being fat a choice. At the end of the day, yes, being fat is a choice.